You are now listening to This Week in Caribbean Startups. It's a weekly show that's about our Caribbean digital rock stars and their sun kissed innovations. We're going to be talking about the problems they're solving and how they're making money doing it. What we're really doing here is celebrating Caribbean entrepreneurship of all sizes and stripes. So, welcome to the Caribbean that's beyond the beach. Now, in every episode, I'm going to be talking about three Caribbean startups. One that's more of an OG, tech pioneer in the space. Another that's a startup I think that you simply must know about. And the third one would be pretty much like a wild card that may have you thinking they're making money doing what? Anyway, my name is Ingrid Riley. So let me get right to it. First up, the OG tech pioneer startup this week is Trini Tuner. Now, Trini Tuner was made in Trinidad and Tobago. It's the country's largest car classifieds and community website for car lovers. But I think the real story here is about three Trinidadian guys who started out as web developers building websites for other people, and them marrying that with the love of cars and car culture. And so their technical skills with their love of cars and car culture led to launching trinituna.com, an online car classified site and community. Trinituna is an OG for a reason because it was launched in March 2000. Now, 22 years later, they still have over 85,000 registered members and 35 moderators. As you can see, it's a very deeply local, very deeply loyal community. And still, to this day, over 85% of their monthly site visitors and subscribers are Trini. Now, how do they actually make money? This is an age old thing, but they have three bites of the cherry. First of all, they have the display and classified ad sponsorship business. So anybody, from the beer companies to oil and gas to banks and telecom companies that want to be associated with people who are into cars and into the car culture and lifestyle that there is, they're the ones who are spending money buying display ads and sponsorship. They also have a media business because, of course, being in the car culture and the car economy in Trinidad, they, of course, cover a whole bunch of car and car related events. And, of course, put all that content on their website. Then they have a live events business because what they now do is to produce their own car shows. And so, of course, they make money from the tickets, from sponsorships, um, and of course, a slice of car sales. So all I have to say is, man, big up to them for keeping a digital community, a digital media and live events business going for 22 years. So for me, that's a real Caribbean tech OG and pioneer, bootstrapped and all. Okay, so the next segment, the next startup is about, let me see, the kind of a startup that I think you ought to know about, right? I just think you just have to know about this startup. So, Crypto Isle was made in the Bahamas. Now, it's barely a year old and was started by two Bahamian women. Crypto Isle actually is the first cryptocurrency and blockchain co working space in the Bahamas, but it's actually way more than a co working space. You see, their mission is to what they call power up the Caribbean's crypto and blockchain engine. So Bahamas is really kind of positioning themselves as the crypto capital of the Caribbean. So with Crypto Isle, they're focused on using co-working, education, and community. And they're doing this both in the in real life space as well as online communal spaces. So here's how they make money. Crypto Isle has an oceanfront co-working space with private offices and communal spaces. So you can see their rental income from both companies as well as from event planners. They also have an on-site restaurant, conference room, and a members only lounge. And so yeah, you can become a member of Crypto Isle whether you live in Bahamas or not. You see, they sell membership subscriptions. You can download their app, you can go to their website, join their community. And so, in doing so, then you get access to pay for their workshops, so you can learn more about blockchain and crypto. You also pay to attend their networking events, people who are OGs in the crypto and blockchain space, or entrepreneurs, investors. So, of course, all of this is a great stew, a great Bahamian stew, because in all this community, in all this co working, in all of this sharing of knowledge through workshops and events, of course they're looking for great deals. So this becomes a wonderful deal stew and deal flow for them, the owners of Crypto Isles, and all the people who are involved in that. So yeah, so they're going to be looking for investment deals from emerging Caribbean crypto startups. So yeah, not yet a year old, headed by two Bahamian women. It's much success to them. And of course, in the final segment that I call They're Making Money Doing What? That startup is Tiny Acquisitions, which was made in Jamaica, launched over a year ago by a Jamaican dude who used what is now called the no code methodology. So, in other words, he ain't no hardcore techie in terms of coding, but he used a no code methodology and launched his minimum viable project called tinyacquisitions.com. And what it is really an online marketplace that removes the friction from buying and selling small web based projects that are built by creators. Now, that was the narrative that they had initially, but now they've positioned themselves as an online marketplace where you can buy and sell all kinds of, wait for it, digital assets that are under 100,000 US dollars. Yeah, all of that in just a little bit over a year. So here's how they make money. Of course, they charge the buyers a subscription fee. You can pay for it annually or monthly. And what that subscription fee gets you is access to project metrics. It's access to a one-click purchase and access to, of course, this community of sellers, these community of creators, and pardon me, these community of creators and developers who are actually creating these, web projects that they want to sell. So yeah, so that's it. So you heard about Trinituna, the OG. You heard about Crypto Isle, led by two women in the Bahamas, and you heard about Tiny Acquisitions out of Jamaica. So yeah, so that's it. That's pretty much it for this episode. So thank you for listening to This Week in Caribbean Startups, where I take you to that part of the Caribbean that's beyond the beach. And so listen, here's what I want you to do. If you like what you've heard, then subscribe. Wherever it is that you're listening to this podcast, subscribe and be generous. Share it with your friends. Tell them about it. And before I go to, if you know of any other Caribbean digital rock stars that the world should know more about, email me at ingrid@SiliconCaribe.com. So till next time, take it easy. I'm Ingrid Riley.